The adoption of driverless technology is likely to affect the employment opportunities of many, particularly those in the lower socio-economic professions. It is not outside the realms of possibilities that driving a car within the next decade might be as nostalgic as getting your milk delivered in glass bottles, making a call from a phone box, posting a handwritten letter, or reading a newspaper. Of course, to call this technology driverless cars limits our thinking. They are automobiles that get from point A to point B. Think of them as computers on wheels. They can be big, small, or anywhere in between. The technology for automobiles is here now and it works. Did you know that plans are well progressed for automated vehicle trials in most Australian jurisdictions? They work better than humans, they don't blink, and they don't get sleepy. Did you know that human error is responsible for 94% of accidents? There are of course obstacles to overcome, like who is responsible, the individual or the manufacturer if there's an accident. More significantly, however, this technology will reduce business costs. Currently, 1/3 of costs in transport companies is people's wages. This is not including accidents or maintenance, just wages. So let's look further at the trucking industry. Just to show you how fast times are changing, in 2014, driving a truck was rated as the 16th best job of the future. Just 3 years later, in 2017, they are predicting that truck driving jobs will be a thing of the past by 2030, give or take. In the US, this industry accounts for 8.7 million jobs directly, 3.5 million truck drivers, 5.2 million support staff, many of which will be lost when driverless trucking inevitably becomes viable. The real problem is when a truck driver loses their job, most will not requalify within the robotics industry. Many jobs will be taken away and only a few will be replaced. This is only one sector where many jobs are anticipated to be lost and lost relatively quickly. The question is, what actions are currently being undertaken to mitigate the risk of significant unemployment in this sector alone? Whose responsibility is it to ensure people who drive vehicles obtain a job when their job disappears? Well, obviously the truck driver must be aware of the changes about technologies that's affecting their profession and adjust their lives accordingly. This is just a given. Governments must consider the social implications. In Canberra, a parliamentary committee has begun hearings exploring the social issues associated with driverless cars. Communities must also play an active role. In my small community, each month at our local coffee shop, we conduct a mini think tank with interested locals. We discuss what our community can do to assist with employment. Our local radio station has asked me to discuss employment issues to raise awareness. There is just so much more that community can do if we believe we can. And what are the role of business? Have transport businesses any responsibility to help the truck drivers obtain other work? These are important social issues to consider. Yet who is considering them? Well, Silicon Valley, who are creating the technologies, are acutely aware of how potential job losses may affect their customers. They are doing their own research project called the Y Combinator. This is investigating how to provide people with an income if they are unemployed. It's worth looking up. It's time, as the technological revolution speeds up, that more public conversations and debates are held. That all levels and all aspects of our society need to be involved in developing a deeper understanding of the issues and help create productive solutions. We have a window of opportunity to consider options and make a difference. Every little action counts. Have you considered what action you could take, whether it be big or small?